Alrighty, welcome everybody on this very warm, windy but warm Sunday afternoon here at Amsterdam Airport. My name is Bart, you're watching View Aviation Live. Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far. It is very windy out here today, but that also makes for some really nice content. Jet Junkie in the chat, Pyro, welcome, and me myself, yeah, Bart and Bert. Good combination, isn't it? And welcome there, Hannah, Istanbul Maritime, good to see you, mate. And Michael is there as well, Sebastian is there as well, and Jim, good afternoon as well, mate. And indeed, Michael, at the Polderbaan. I'm one of three today. Boys to my right, Joe is exactly on the opposite side of the airport, streaming from a relatively interesting location as well. There he is. Goedemiddag blauw-geel. Really was considering where to go, but since threshold 18 left is a location where we are getting sent off, I didn't want to take the risk. So that's why I'm at the Polderbaan at the moment. But it feels so good to be out here on a windy day where it's not cold. It feels so good to have a little bit of warmth, not having to worry about getting cold. I think it's currently 16 degrees. Let me double check that. Oh. Oh, it's 15 degrees. Winds 43 kilometers an hour from the 190 direction. A bit sloppy on the camera today, so I'm sorry for that. And we're getting, let me see, so next up is Vueling from Malaga on an A320 flight of Vueling 10 UA, then Air Baltic BT 1061 coming in from Palanga, never heard of that place. Then we have Air France as AF 7040 from Paris CDG. And then we have a KLM Dreamliner coming in from Vegas. It looks like it's overturning, but I think I can see it in the background. And then in a couple minutes time, we will get a Cargolux 747 from Nairobi as CV 2616. Dzień dobry kochani, I love. And Basleo, yep. How come? Well, I can't always be early, and weekends are always packed with streamers. So the weekends are always packed with streamers. I don't really follow time schedules. It all depends on supply and demand. If there's 10 people streaming, why should I be number 11 at the same spot? So usually around 1 or 1:30 it drips out a little bit with the streamers because the landings are getting a little bit less interesting, but today is a different day, so that's why I decided to be a little bit later today. And welcome Peter, thank you all for hopping on today. It is very busy at the bike path, even though it's very windy, but the temperatures are just so good out today. Alright, it looks like the Dreamliner is actually in favor for our side. Yep, it's number 3 in approach. But first up we have that Air France. My bad. Air Baltic and then Air France. Then it's the KLM Dreamliner, then Transavia, and then I think it's either going to be the KLM or Cargolux. So I think the Cargolux will be number 6. And no problem, Basleo. Like I said, I don't always fancy early streams. And being out there in the cold for 5 days in a row, I just needed a little bit of a relax before getting out here again. I'm just human, I ain't no machine. And there we go. Beautiful landing. Winds are actually stronger than they were yesterday, but because I'm at the Boulderban now, the winds usually don't feel as strong as they actually are. But in the parking garage I was just getting direct hits from the winds. Alrighty, quick sip of coffee. Still strong today. I was watching Think Planes this morning on Heathrow. They were streaming at Myrtle Avenue. That's one place I really want to go to. It's a bucket list item for me to stream from, but they were having some serious winds up there. And there we go, the A321 from Paris. The light is actually really good. Look at that, the light is in the engines at the moment. Beautiful winter light there with the flower-like engines. And there it goes. Look at the light is actually really nice today. Absolutely magnificent. So to give you guys an idea, look at the water. This water never moves. It's windy. Not that much crosswind though, luckily. And there we go. First heavy of the show, the Dreamliner. And I'm curious if we can actually see the Queen. We should be able to see that somewhere in the background. Let me see what's on approach. No. Maybe it's just a little too far out. Usually I can see it, but maybe it's not clear enough. But it just feels so good to have some warm hands. You guys can't imagine how good it feels to have this after 3 or 4 days of sub 5 degrees Celsius temperatures, rain, hail, whatever it was. It's just so good to have a little bit of vitamin D. There we go. Beautiful light, honestly. Alright, Vegas touched down there. Let's rewatch that landing. That was a really nice one. Just look at the outlines of the, or the, how do you say it? The wing flags and the outlines. And hey, Dutch Eagle, welcome, and Amber, welcome as well, and Mikey and Jacob saying, Bart, I'm arriving at 8:05. Will I be there? No, mate, I won't be. After last week with all the cold and stuff like that, I will not be here in the evening. But good to see you coming back, mate. Yeah, nice GE NX engines. And there we go. Transavia, and I can see the Queen turning in the background. The light is really immaculate today, folks. And it's funny because the winds are from the 190 direction, so they basically don't have any crosswinds. That's why it's very uncommon at Amsterdam to have really huge crabbing or crosswinds or planes struggling to land, because we have basically all wind directions covered. Video, welcome mate. Yeah, 6 above 4 winds today. And yesterday it also felt a little bit worse because it was much colder, and like I said, I was directly facing the winds which were pushing up into the garage. And today I'm in the Polderbaan, so there, a lot of wind is already like getting a little broken down by the grass. So it is more windy today, but it feels less, which is nice. But the best thing today is just the weather, guys. The sun, the temperature, it's so good. I just heard in the news that today is the warmest 24th of November ever recorded in the Netherlands. So let's see if we can see the Queen there in the background. Maybe the Queen is crabbing. Let's see. That tiny little dot. It looks like it is. Oh, and awesome, Gatwick and Heathrow. So probably you're watching Think Planes. So say hi to Simon and Liz for me. I've been tuned into their stream this morning when they were waiting for Jerry and Jilly, I think it is. Jilly. But I'm a big fan of Think Planes, and like I said earlier on in the stream, I really want to go out there to Myrtle Avenue one time to do a stream. I spotted there a little bit last year, but not enough to make like some decent video. But I really want to get out there for a stream one day. Alright folks, you know what time it is for the next one. It's Queen time. Oh, that's awesome, Peter. Probably going to Frankfurt, isn't it? Oh, the camera's just tipping over. So the winds are pushing on the camera. Come on, focus. Come on, you got this. There we go. Ooh, look at that, beautiful. The quad squad. Are you all ready for some nice Queen time there? And 10 Grim, that's just how we call the 747 in aviation. It's just labeled as the Queen of the skies. Coming in from Nairobi, this beautiful Cargolux 747 operated by Cargolux Italia as flight CV 2616. Alright guys, are you ready for this Queen time? It's Queen time, enjoy. Cargolux never reverses like that. That was a really fast landing. Oh my word. Let's rewatch that. Smokes, that was loud. So, sorry guys, I did not expect this one to be as loud as it is. Oh my. I was completely caught off guard with the with the panning as well. It was so loud. Oh. Well, that was some Queen time. That woke me up. Jesus. So there we go. That was some Queen time. And proszę kieras, dzień dobry. Chats to you as well. Good to have you here, mate. I hope I pronounced it correctly, Cześć. I always make that mistake. And yeah, indeed, interesting mini vortices. So I posted a short yesterday on YouTube with the 747 landing I captured on the stream 3 days ago. I'm slowly editing that video, finalizing it, hoping I can upload that one tomorrow or Tuesday. It is some seriously good footage because there's a lot of spray, a lot of nice loud engines. Alright, there we go. Let's see if Sus can butter this one. Oh, little bad on the bending there. What's going on? Alright, let me check flight radar, because there were a couple heavies on their way for today's stream. Wow, fireworks. That's odd. So the next heavy is going to be Viva la Mexico, Aeromexico flight AM25, 30 minutes out. We're getting a KLM Dreamliner from Mexico City, which is 45 minutes out. Kenya is an hour away, and then we're getting Turkish in an hour and 40 minutes. China Southern Cargo in an hour and 10 minutes. So there's a couple of heavies coming this way. Happy days. And there we have a Ryanair coming from a windy Dublin. Oh, that was actually not too bad. Look at that nose gear. Butter. It is proper busy with people out here today. Queen overhead, and of course my HDMI cable is in the way. Let me see if I can pan towards it. Nope, it's not gonna work. Shoot. I have my HDMI cable twisted around my tripod to give myself a little bit more headroom, but maybe if I zoom out you guys can see it in the top left. Alright, you know what, I'm just gonna stretch it out as far as I can on the cable there. Beautiful Sparna Queen takeoff. Probably a runway 24 takeoff early run. there's no fence at the Polderbaan at all. Only on the crash gates, but not along the bike path. Oh, the winds are really strong today. EasyJet next up. And the good thing about the headwinds is they can actually butter them really smoothly. There we go. So even the strong winds don't really matter that much if they're head on. And I have no idea why there's no fence. I think the waterway is a better natural, how do you say it? Barrier. Because you can climb fences. I mean, you can climb fences, you can cut fences, but when you want to cross the water, you either have to get wet and climb out of this, I think it's almost 1 meter ditch, or you have to take a boat, which everybody will see. So I think in the end it's more effective. And I see we have people crawling in. Welcome Aphrodite, welcome Freddy. Dirk on tour is there as well. So my guess is Boyd just stopped. That's the only explanation I have. And Aphrodite becoming a member there for 7 months in economy class. Thank you so much for that support. Glad to have you aboard for 7 months already. I remember your first time tuning in, Aphrodite, so that's already 7 months ago. Wow, time does fly, doesn't it? Afternoon, Hank. But yeah, like I said, thank you for that support there, Aphrodite. Much appreciated. Much appreciated again. Actually, when I started out my stream, there was somebody standing next to Boy, and when I set up, he was actually walking my way, and he said, "Did you just stream this week in Parking P3?" Yes. He said, "Oh, I actually tuned into your streams." He said, "I'm very new to the aviation or watching live streams, but I'm really enjoying." So, really nice to see him tune in as well. But you guys can't imagine how welcoming it is to have 16 or 15 degrees Celsius compared to yesterday's 4 or 5. It's so good. And we have Joe on the other side as well. Mr. Adam. There he is. Alright, next up we have another beautiful blue KLM, which looks so good in this weather. The light is actually really nice, really soft. really amplifies the colors in the plane. Oh, little tiptoe landing there. Just look at the light in the engines, it's so beautiful. So Aeromexico is expected in roughly 20 minutes, I think 25. That will be really cool. We will get Kenya in, I think, just shy of an hour. There's a KLM Dreamliner coming in as well, and we have an Air China cargo, or China, one of the Chinese cargo airlines. There we go. And Mark, welcome mate. Glad you found the time to tune in today. And yeah, Mark, but you need a good, heavy and stable tripod to get some smooth camera action, and especially with these winds. Yesterday I was in the garage when Joe was there as well, and when I parked my car I saw him struggling with his tripod, and in I think an hour or an hour and a half after that he just came to me and he told me it's too much, I'm stopping today. So yeah, you need a decent tripod with a little bit of weight to it. It's not always nice to carry around, but it serves its purpose to have a little bit of a heavier tripod. And yeah, it sure is windy today. There's that beautiful yellow ball somewhere out there providing me with vitamin D, providing me with some warmth, much needed warmth. And straight back after that, membership Aphrodite is becoming, or sending a beautiful €6 super sticker with the biceps pumping, saying boss. Thank you so much for that one, Aphrodite. Much appreciated. It goes a long way, mate. Thank you so much for supporting the channel there. And the aviation nerd Milo is saying, I saw you yesterday in P3. Also, you were the two boys taking the photos of the A380, weren't you? And Silvermane, it's better weather than the last couple days. Well, technically it's warmer than the last couple days, not necessarily better weather. The weather is more approachable for streaming. There's no bad weather, there's just bad clothing. EasyJet rolling in here. Still butter. Let me check on Flight Radar what we have on approach right now. Oh, and there's a wind gust. Alrighty, so current situation. We have another EasyJet on approach as U28681 coming in from Gatwick, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a delayed flight. It actually isn't that much. So for those who don't know, it is serious weather at the moment in London. Oh, nice! And behind that we have the Aeromexico Dreamliner, and the Royal Jordanian E2 is lining up behind that. So Nice to have some exotics the next couple minutes. Yeah, kabouter, that's what you said last week as well. Oh, that's an early touchdown. And afternoon there, Hank. Welcome to the stream today on this very warm Sunday afternoon. So there's the next. Wait, is it each? Jordanian was probably glitching a little bit on flight radar, or not? No, what? Oh, this Air France is just not showing up on the flight radar. Only if I put my filter off. This is actually the baby bus coming in as AF1650 from CDG. Behind that we have Air Mexico Flight 25 from Mexico City on a 787-8. 9 hours and 20 minutes ago it rotated away from Mexico City, and then we have the Royal Jordanian, and it's interesting, it's saying that it departed 8 hours and 41 minutes ago. Don't really believe that. And indeed, Blauw-Geel, it's the warmest day of the year actually, the warmest November 24th of the ever recorded, that's what I have to say. And awesome there, Stuart. And Peter coming in with a nice warm cup of coffee for your super sticker there. Thanks for that one, Peter. Thank you for that awesome support the last couple of days. It goes a long way, and believe me, the moment I stop after my cold streams and I go to the McDonald's for a warm cup of coffee, it tastes so good. So it for sure does help, and thank you so much for that one. And Kabouter, it doesn't really look extreme because the winds are relatively head on. But if you want to see sensation, I highly suggest you to just tune into some London streams today. And indeed, Greetje, 17 degrees. It was really, it's a 12-degree difference. It's so strange. And Basleel, nothing much. You're actually just in time for the Aeromexico 787. And Cynthia, I have no clue. I have no idea what the Bald Eagle units are for 70 degrees Celsius. Blauw-Geel. And it's interesting because usually low pressure brings in a lot of rain and like seriously interesting weather, but right now it's indeed coming in from the south, so it's all warm winds coming in, mixing up with a tail of Storm Bert, so pretty interesting weather today. Ah yeah, 62 Fahrenheit, something like that. Alright, next up, Viva la Mexico, AM flight 25 from Mexico City. Let's see if this is going to be a nice, smooth touchdown. We're going to replay this one, folks, because this one will probably deserve a replay. Alright, flaring out. They make it look so easy. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's auto land. There we go. let's rewatch that one. That was a really, really nice landing there. Next up will be the Royal Jordanian E2. And it was indeed just a nice touchdown. And yes, this is indeed a Dreamliner, Stuart. And thank you all so much for tuning in today, by the way, and for giving the stream a thumbs up. It goes a long way. Very much appreciated if you support the channel in that way. And I'm just happy I could provide you guys with a little bit of warm, windy weather here at Amsterdam. Alright, we have two on approach. So there's that Jordanian E2, and let me open up flight radar, and I think it's a KLM behind that. No, it's my bad. It's EasyJet from Copenhagen. I have to actually set up my filter again. So we do have Pegasus on its way as well. Transavia, there's a business jet coming in, a Hawker 4000, and the KLM Dreamliner from Mexico is roughly 25 minutes out. And thanks for that one, Istanbul. The replay is sure a fun option, or a fun feature. Beautiful black E2, lovely plane. And the highway in the background is Highway A9, and that one is going to the right towards Amsterdam and to the left towards Haarlem and Alkmaar. And there we go, touchdown. Oh, that was a rough nose gear touchdown. I expected a way smoother landing. Let's rewatch that nose gear slam dunk in a bit. Beautiful reflections there as well. Now let's rewatch that nose gear touchdown. It was a rough patch. And yeah, boy. No, yeah, Hank. Who knows? Maybe Boy and me can do that one day. Oh, that really wasn't. That was a hard touchdown on the nose gear there. But the delivery is so immaculate. It's so beautiful. Personally, one of the most beautiful liveries flying at Amsterdam. Personally. I remember Jordanian used to fly their Dreamliner to Amsterdam occasionally, and that was actually that was a sight, believe me. Yeah, straight to maintenance. So I'm just checking where Kenya is. Kenya is roughly 42 minutes out. That will be a beautiful landing too, usually with a lot of reverse. Look how busy it is on the bike path, folks. It is Sunday and Boy is still out there packing up. And look at this spotters, people enjoying, families enjoying in the background there. Just endless lines of people. And that for a windy Sunday afternoon, that's the Polderbound for you in a weekend. Alright, so with a little bit of, not a delay, but a little bit of a break, the next one that's lined up for approach is coming from Porto. It's KLM's 737, flying KL 1572, and it's a 24-year-old 737-800. And welcome, Petrikov. Hi. And indeed it is not cold, which makes it so good today. That's actually why there's a lot of people. I bet if we were out here yesterday, folks, if I were to stream here yesterday, I think maybe 5 to 10 people, but and like I said, little break, but now we have the Porto flight, and behind that we have Pegasus coming in from Istanbul as PC 1253. And it is right there, the KLM, and we might even be able to see, if I put the camera like this, we might even be able to see the Pegasus turn in. I expected it to show up, but maybe it's a little bit too far out or just in the clouds. But it matters not, we have an approach up in front of us. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in today. Hope you all had a good weekend, and for the Formula 1 fans, the route for the orange flag, congratulations on your well, not congratulations on your, but I'm happy for you guys that Max won another world championship. Well, since there's nothing on the approach now, might as well follow the 7.3, roll out, embarking the runway. Alrighty, let's see if Pegasus is visible. No, it's still not visible, so it's a little quiet on approach at the moment. So let me see if I can show you guys something else. Maybe the tower. The 7.3 will be taxiing behind the tower in a bit. Oh, awesome, Aphrodite. One of the absolute goats of Formula 1 there. Oh wow, so Gatwick, was it Gatwick? Gatwick. So they had both that and the delays due to the storm. And yeah, Pegasus is notorious for their go-around. Oh yep, I can see it turning in. There it is. Let me turn the camera to manual focus so we won't lose it. And making final adjustments there to line up for the ILS. Spirit was of course a cheap, how do you say it, low-cost carrier, and there's just a lot of I really have struggles to find the words today. It's a big competitional market up there. Yeah, there's a lot of competitors. That was the word I was looking for. So on screen there, Pegasus 1253 coming in from Istanbul SAW. Kicking. Slowly coming this way. We have the second one on approach as well. And the one behind the Pegasus is KLM flight 1654 coming in from Florence with an E2, and then we have the Dreamliner coming in from Mexico City. Behind that we have Transavia coming in from Thessaloniki. I hope I said it right. Get it right. Maybe I can see the Qatar, depends on which runway it takes, but it's very far away. Oh, that was a rough one. Let's rewatch that landing. Stuiterbak. Yeah, he landed. They did for sure feel that. nice view when the replay stops, with the E2 and the Dreamliner behind back to back. There we go. Indeed, there was no flare. That was actually interesting to watch. And all good effort. I love the replay function, honestly. And there's a Thessaloniki flight banking in the background there. And Vegant, I've actually never flown them, so I wouldn't know. But I've seen them do some very rough landings. Let's see what the E2 gives us. And a better one on the nose gear than the Royal Jordanian, for sure. There we go. Alright, next up we have Dreamtime. There it is. Welcome, Janet. Yeah, there are, Jim. I don't know how many, but there still are, yeah. Doing pretty well myself. How are you? Just look at the wing flex. I think it's gonna be a butter landing, really. What do you guys reckon? Pruttel en wil niet. Alright, there we go. Flaring out. Oh, greased it. And welcome, Erwin. Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to with the YOLO box to set it up and to make connections, etc. Alright, take care, mate. See you in a bit. That nose gear had a nice little hop to it. And next up we have the Thessaloniki flight, Transavia, with a 7.3. Oh, Oh, I was too enthusiastic on the buttons there. Oh, little corrections. Oh, flaring. Great save there. Colin tuning in from Edinburgh. Calm before the storm for sure. I did see that Mark was streaming from Edinburgh. Didn't find the time to tune in, but glad to have you here today, Colin. Really peaceful day today here at the Polderbaan. So on screen right now is KLM flight 1476 coming in from Nice with the E2. Behind that we have KLM flight 1972 from Split, one of the most epic airports I've visited in a while, with beautiful views from on top of the mountain. And behind that we have KLM flight 1200 from Oslo with the 737-700. And there is another 737 coming in from Warsaw. Warszawa, dzień dobry kochanie. Kochance. And it looks like that one is going to line up for center. So I don't know if the center runway is open. And yep, that's also a Sunday at the Polderbaan. Ooh, good Wookie there. And there it is with the Tower West, as we call it here locally. And next up is that 737 coming in from Porto. No, my bad. It was the... Jeez, I already forgot. Ah, yes, Split. The E190 from Split. Then it's the flight from Oslo. Then it's the flight from Warsaw. But it looks like it's lining up at the Polderbaan, so happy days. And we have KLM coming in from Belgrade as well. 1948 is the flight number, and it's number 4 in line. Oh word, really, Peter? Again something happened? My god. Oh. That was a Bluetooth touchdown. Did you guys see that? I'm going to replay that. It's not the best panning, but it really looked like a touchdown, and then it came back up, and then it really touched down. Let's rewatch that. It really lost all its airspeed, and then it just put its tail back up and then tried touching down again. You see? That was fun. Alrighty. Then next up we have that flight from Oslo with the 737-700, KLM flight 1200. There it is. And behind that we have KLM flight 1314 from Warsaw. And it's exactly on time. And then behind that we have the E190 from Belgrade. And then Bologna is lining up behind that. So a lot of narrows. I'm just trying to figure out what the first heavy is going to be. It's either going to be Kenya, which is now flying in Dutch airspace, or it's going to be the China Southern Cargo from Guangzhou. But it's either going to be, I think it's going to be the Kenya. Oh, little floater there. Hey Arnoud, goedemiddag. And I see the members in the chat are using the custom emotes there. Happy days. Alright, there we go. Warsaw coming in. And there in the background you can see that Bologna flight lining up. Oh, the wind is picking up. But I'm mostly blocking the wind out with my body because I'm directly in front of the microphone and the wind is coming from directly behind me. So if I just move my head. Hey Leander, goedemiddag. That was a touchdown. Line of people coming in and going out. Everybody just, I don't even know if there's an English word, but in Dutch we say uitwaaien. It's just like going out into the wind and just like physically like empty your hair, empty your mind just by the strong winds. The winds are still pretty strong. Alright, there we go. Belgrade inbound. And indeed, Peter, I think the top 10 or top 20 marathon runners are from Kenya. But just look at, like I said guys, in contrast to yesterday, look at how beautiful the soft golden light is. We call this golden hour. It's like an hour to 2 hours before sunset. And on a nice day like today, you can really see that golden light coming in really early. And Hans, something like that. Dobar dan from Belgrade. Alright, next nugget on approach. Uh-oh. That's 3 times. That's nice weather tomorrow. Oh yeah, getting some fresh air. That's the one. Thanks, Han and Silverman. And a lot of Dutchies going out to get some fresh air. That's actually, it just makes sense if I say it like this. And indeed, Pivo. Thanks for that. Yeah, Jim KLM has been shamelessly delaying flights, and KLM hasn't been on their best lately. So this is what the winds are doing at the moment. If you're wondering if the wind is blowing, it is. Oh, I'm all tangled up again. And that's why I'm trying to block the wind as much as I can by standing behind it, or between the wind and my microphone. Welcome, Terry. Alright, Aphrodite, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for becoming a member for the 7th month there, and for that back-to-back support with the Boss Bicep super chat. Thank you so much for that one, mate, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And Peter, I think pivo is beer in all Balkan. Of course, Slovak is Slovak Balkan? I don't think it is, but if I remember correctly, it is beer in all those countries. There we go, another nice 7.3. And cheers for that, Aphrodite. Little floater. Oh, there's a typical 737 hop. So I'm going to remove the earbuds because they are tangled all the time. Ah, nice Silvermane. Well, I was in Croatia this summer, so that's why I know it's a pivo. Babe, LOT is actually a really comfortable airline. Right, we have to wait it out. Not really much happening on approach, so let's turn around to some possible takeoffs from a 1.8 left or on my 2.4. Takeoff on 2.4. So the next landing will be in roughly 7 minutes, and it's either going to be a KLM or it's going to be Kenya. Wow, look at that rocket takeoff. Where is it? There it is. Hey Guido, goedemiddag. Yeah, fair point. Most important word. Well, saying hello, thank you, and indeed, in the summertime, a pivo is a nice word to remember. But indeed, hello, thank you, goodbye are the most important words to try and learn in another language, in a foreign language. We have another takeoff, very flat one. Oh, that's Air Baltic there, isn't it? It's hard for me to see on screen. I think it is. And Blauw-Geel is saying the A380 will be taking off in a bit. Oh, look at that, the police chopper is actually flying by as well. A tiny little speck in the clouds, or in the sky. There it goes. Oh, and we can actually see Kenya, I think. Oh, I'm again stressing. Nope, I can't turn because I will be stressing my HDMI cable there. But Kenya is visible. So maybe we can wait for the A380 folks to take off. So let me open up flight radar and see if it's going from 2.4 or 1.8 left, but I think it's going to be 1.8 left. So let's just wait it out and see if something pops up on the far end there at the tower. Oh, we have a 7.3 taking off. A little nugget. And I see a very, very, very tiny dot on the horizon here for the Polderbaan. Ah, A380 still at the gates, my bad. And it looks like Joe is still streaming too. There he is. A lot of people waiting to get a ticket up there. Yeah, Jim, it all has to do with slots, I guess. Some airports close at night, some airports have slots in the night or in the morning, so that's why usually the Chinese airlines take off in the evening or in the night, because even the KLMs to Shanghai to Bangkok, and Bangkok, Hong Kong and stuff like that, they all depart in the evening. They take off in the early morning from there. Well, in Dutch times in the very early morning. No, never mind. But you are right. There we go. I said it. Oh, and look at that. Kenya is banking in as well. There it is. Very cool. Is it actually sharp? There we go. Yeah, I think there's two Cargoluxes. When I was arriving here at the Polderbaan, there was a Cargolux landing, and of course I got one of the loudest 7.4s of the year. So there we go, to an approach. First one coming in from Billund, and that is KLM flight 1296 on an E175 standard Behind that we have KLM flight 1364 from Budapest, and then third one in line is that beautiful Kenya Airways SKQ116 from Nairobi, departed 8.5 hours ago. And the China Southern Cargo is 18 minutes out, so fingers crossed that it's coming to the Polderbaan. Let's see if we can get them all three in shot. I don't have... oh, I think Kenya's all the way in the back there, isn't it? Yeah, total time. Just lovely lineup there. But first up, it's the Billund flight with the E175 standard. Alright Erwin, welcome back home. Little nugget on final there. Alright, there we go with the huge winglets. Gray saying number 127 was mine. Thank you so much for being like number 127 there, Grace Kelly. Much appreciated. And a like is one of the best ways. Oh look, we have a waving pilot there. One of the better ways to support the channel. And welcome Daily Multipla. Let's rewatch that wave. That was actually pretty nice. Nice one from the pilots there. Butt shot. Alright, quick replay before the next landing. And there we go, waving. Got it too late, but in the end we got it, folks. Oh, that was an early flare and another one. If you keep doing this, you're gonna float till the end of the runway. Alright, Budapest touchdown. I won't be streaming all day either. Amsterdam has been very squeezed out today with streams, so did that Queen already take off from runway 18 left? Yeah, take controls, I need to wave. That pilot got its priorities set. Right, there we go, beautiful KQ Kenya Airways Dreamliner. And Kenya Airways, my bad. Oh yep, so really quick swap to the empty 7.4 there. Oh my. Already banking left. It is empty. It's very high in the sky already. Look at this. That is Embraer style. But we are at the Polderbaan, so focusing on the Polderbaan. landings here. Kenya from Nairobi, 8.5 hour flight. Freddy's saying everything from the east is going to the center, so probably the China cargo is going to the center as well then, isn't it? So that means we're not going to get any more heavies, folks. Alright, reverse time. Open them up. Now you guys tell me that that logo on the engine does not look like a Kellogg's logo. If you know, you know. Let's rewatch that. Now take a look at the engine. Once you see it, it really looks like the Kellogg's logo. It's so funny. Oh, so wow, everything is going to the center runway, and it's very quiet on the west side approach. There it is, the Kellogg's engine. I never actually noticed this before. Good fun. Alrighty, there we go. Back to the action. So it's a pity that everything is going to 18 center. So let's just wait it out for the Chinese 777 cargo to land on runway 18 center, and I'm just gonna call it a day. Like I said, I've been streaming all week in the cold weather, and I just wanted to get out here today in the nice warmth. We'll be streaming tomorrow. Tuesday I won't be streaming, so a nice day of rest and relax, recharge everything. So I will make sure I have a video for you guys on Tuesday, so I will not be missing out on anything, and you guys won't either. And indeed, the logo is on the tail as well, but it's much more apparent on the engines. And Jim, what about South African Airways? No problem, Greetje. Oh wow, is that the Queen banking there? No, it's not. What is it? Ah, of course, it's the primary outbound runway, so probably that's a Delta. So they are still crossing 18 center, that's good stuff. So like I said, I'm just gonna stay until the China Southern Cargo has landed, whether it's this runway or the center runway. Oh, awesome, Greggy. Yeah, the Dutchies actually, I don't want to say that we're known for talking English, but a lot of Dutch people, even the elderly, tend to know their way around in English. Oh, that was a good one. Ooh. No, I do not clap on landing. If I have to clap every time a dog sits. But I can imagine if you had a very interesting flight with a lot of turbulence and a go around and whatnot, then I can imagine people clapping, but I don't know. Nobody claps for me when I do my job, is it? Well, Jim, if we're talking about African airways or airlines, there's a couple big ones. Tunisia, Royal Air Maroc, Egypt Air. What else do we have? South African, like you said, is not the biggest anymore. Ethiopian is very big. Kenya has quite a few airplanes. And I'm thinking what I missed out on. Oui, oui, bien sûr. C'est une baguette. Bonjour Amsterdam. But Rambotem, is Zimbabwe a big airline or not? Because you have a couple of Ghanese airlines as well. What is it? Air Namibia, Air Peace, which sort of kind of still exists. Yeah, the Royal Air Maroc looks beautiful. But you're actually right, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really know many African airlines. Probably you're talking about Pegasus there, Han, or not? And it looks like One Night Center is open, which is a pity. Let me open up. It just feels so good to take my phone out without having to take off gloves and freeze my beep off. So, oh wow, the next landing for us is Transavia from Porto. And then it's a 3 to 4 minute break, and then the China Southern is number 1, 2, 3, 4 on the center runway, and it says it's coming in 2 minutes, but that's going to be 8 or 9 minutes. So the one there, I forgot about that one. But is this Discover? Is that an? Oh wait, I'm confused with Discover Airlines from Germany, the old Eurowings. Hey there, Justin. Welcome, mate. Doing pretty good. Pretty beat up from all the cold days I had the last week. So it's good to be out here, like a little slow paced, in 15 degrees Celsius. Well, I think it's a little colder now because we're getting close to sunset, I think, in an hour's time. But I'm doing pretty good. Hope you're doing good too, mate, and hope you had a good weekend. Alright, Peter, thank you so much for tuning in, mate, and for that awesome support there with the nice warm coffee, super sticker. Thank you so much for that support, appreciate it. And Han, thank you so much for tuning in as well, mate. Good to see you back in the chat after a while. And for you too, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Transavia just rolling out. And Unbeatable Joe is still out there. And Grace Kelly is saying gotta go as well, starting dinner. Alright Grace, thank you so much for tuning in, for dropping a like, for coming by in the chat. Much appreciated. Hey there Frank, sorry, goedemiddag. So yeah, like I said guys, I'll be streaming out here tomorrow, and on Tuesday I'll just take a day off, just recharge my my internal batteries a bit, edit a little bit of videos, doing a bit of household stuff. And I'll try and get a video done. I don't know if it's going to be the best of 2024 part 3 or another video, but I'll make sure I have a video for you all on Tuesday to watch instead of a stream. Yeah, Jostein, it's even 12 or 13 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. Imagine that. No problem at all, Mark. Glad you found the time to tune in today, and I'll see you in the next one, mate. And Petrikov is saying the A380 is leaving. Let's see if I can catch it when it departs. Oh, nice light there. And thanks, Dean. Much appreciated, mate. That was some sloppy penning on my end. My bad. Well, Justin, it's only today, so that's a pity. And it looks like the China Southern Cargo is lining up. Wait, blue sign, boom, there we go. 418 Center, that's the last plane for the day. And then it's all done for me. Quite, like I said, relaxed and chill stream today. Nothing fancy, nothing long. But it just feels so good to be out here in these warm temperatures. And bon dia, Benet. We do have a lot of Rio or a lot of Brazilian flights. Well, not a lot. I think 3 daily KLM flights. All right, Hannah. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your Sunday as well. And no problem, Istanbul. Well, in the end we had a couple nice planes, folks, and the absolute highlight for this stream today has to be the Cargolux Queen with its insanely loud reverse action. Oh, good one, Jim. I'm actually a big fan of the ones that don't like slide open, but like, I don't know if it's clamshell design, but what I call the flower, so where like 4 or 5 flaps open up on the engines to reverse. That looks so cool. Right, Eastern Airways touching down, flying for KLM as well. Good light today. Plane for today, the China Southern Cargo coming in from Guangzhou on approach for 18 Center. And like I said, that will be the last one for today. Look at it. Floating. And like I said, it feels so good to have like a little bit of a different day today. Just nice, calm and relaxed at the Polderbaan. Watching some planes roll by here at the Polderbaan with some nice light on it. it's so good to have a little bit of a difference in contrast to the last couple of streams. And the A380, I don't know how long I have to wait for that one. And DW is saying I'll be flying back to Amsterdam on December the 21st and going back to Norway on January the 5th. Awesome. I hope everything is going well there with the training mate. And no problem at all, Jim. Glad you enjoyed. I hope everybody enjoyed. And if you did enjoy the stream today, consider giving the stream a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for much more content like this. I always enjoy being out here and providing you guys with some Amsterdam action. Like I said, I will be back here tomorrow. On Tuesday I won't be here, but I'll try and provide you guys with a video, which I'll try and finish editing today, so it's all set and done for Tuesday. So the A380 is next for takeoff. I see Qatar taking off at the moment. Alright, so after the China disappears behind the buildings, I'll just wait for the A380 and that marks the end of the stream then. Oh, and that's awesome to hear, DW. That actually gives me a motivation as well. Alright, let's see if it's... I don't think it's going to be a smooth transition because the Qatar is still outbound. Alright, there's the Chinese. We might even be able to hear it reversing on one at center, so I'm going to be quiet, which is hard for me, but there we go. Opening up. I don't hear any reverse action. Alright, let's just wait it out for the A380. Oh, there's actually a little bit of reverse action. Oh, there it is. Okay. Anyways, folks, thank you all so much for being with me today for these just shy of 2 hours of stream. Been really nice to have a little bit of a chill stream in contrast to all the windy, cold and wet streams from the last couple days. Feels good to just be out here on a chill pace. Really hope you all enjoyed it, and for the new subscribers in the channel, thank you so much for subscribing, and for the people who financially supported me today, thank you all a bunch. And there it is, the king of the skies, taking off with the most picturesque view you can imagine with the Amsterdam Tower. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. It's been a blessing streaming for you all. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I hope everybody is going to enjoy the rest of their Sunday today. Good luck on the next work week. And if I do see you tomorrow, or well, if you do have the time tomorrow, I will see you tomorrow. Just keep an eye out on the channel for when I'm going live. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, I will see you all on the next one. Ciao. Kochajcie bardzo, kochanie.